Good afternoon, everyone. 49ers scouting session. We're your scouts, Grant Cohn, Coach Noah Johnston. We're the best scouts. Today we have rare footage. This is 2019 college tape of Deommodore Lenoir when he was at Oregon going against Brandon Aiyuk when he was at Arizona State. This is going to be very interesting. What should the viewers know about this matchup before we see it?
I think Brandon Aiyuk has a nice game. Brandon Aiyuk's number 2. Lenoir changed his number this year. He was 0. In this game, he'll be wearing number 6. It was a good game. So we're not going to see a blowout. So it's usually you like to see that because it gives you a good idea of when you get away, it can be it's a different type of game. So most NFL games aren't blowouts. So this is the game that most college players will play.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying I love to look at players when they're going up against other guys that are NFL talent that we already know are NFL talents because it gives you a good barometer of what they're going to face and actually in the NFL. So
absolutely, yeah. And this is going to be a matchup we're going to see in camp as well. I want to give a quick disclaimer before we start. Right now, I'm streaming and I'm also playing this game off my Google Drive, and it seems like my laptop just gives up sometimes, just taps out. So if that happens, don't panic. Noah is a great host. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just blow on my computer like it's a Nintendo from 1989, and I'll be back. So don't worry about it. That could happen. So we'll see. That's why we're going to try to do the film now before my computer just gives up. And then when we finish that, we're going to have some discussion about the NFC West. We're going to go team by team and decide who improved the most this offseason. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, start of the game. I'm going to go 75% speed because I like to get a little bit of the sense of the speed of these DBs and wide receivers.
What kind of computer are you rocking there?
A Dell Inspiron generic. It's supposed to be a good laptop, but I think for what I'm asking it to do, I probably need a more powerful machine.
He's at the top of the screen. So shameless plug, Dell, hook him up, man.
Come on, Dell.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Aiyuk, Lenoir.
Yep. Aiyuk's he's off coverage. Off coverage here. And I know he is a physical corner. I know that from watching him, but he's off here.
Yeah, and he's given up a little size to Aiyuk, who's very strong for a 5'11", 6-foot wide receiver.
Yeah.
Top of the screen again, press. Am I wrong?
No, that's him. Yeah, no,
okay.
Bottom of the screen. He's bottom of the screen.
Okay, here we go. Number 6.
Number 6, yep. He changed his number. So this year he's number 6. And 2019 he's 6, and then 2020 he's 0. Run, okay.
Okay, bottom. Here's Aiyuk going in motion. Here's Deommodore.
Yep. So this is something that we see guys like Ambry Thomas do very well. Is the problem here, and you'll see it better on the other view, is he's looking back when he doesn't have hands on him, right? So he's got to close. What happens when you don't look where you're running, you lose about 2/3 about a half your speed. So you gotta look where you're running, and once you feel them and you know that you've got them, then you can look back. But that's what happened there. And guys like Ambry Thomas are really good at that.
Let's watch it a little slower. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has any burst to catch up after.
So he's looking. He needs to be looking at. He needs to be looking at Aiyuk to catch up, right?
This isn't even Aiyuk. It's 84, whoever that is. 84.
Yeah, it's not. That's
Aiyuk.
Darby.
Okay.
Darby. He's
on
the Eagles, I think.
Okay. All right, so a little push off, but guy has to get his eyes on the man. It's man-to-man coverage. Don't look at the quarterback.
Yep.
Good call. Okay, here he is on. I think that's Aiyuk here. Aiyuk Lenoir here.
Yep. It's eye discipline.
Aiyuk mostly lined up on the left side and in the slot, I want to say, at Arizona State, if I remember correctly. Okay, so he's off him now. This is not Aiyuk. Okay, so he plays off, gives up a little catch underneath.
Yeah, that's fine because if it's third down.
Yeah.
Third down, so that's where you're playing the sticks. All right, good catch
Third and
underneath.
12. Yeah.
I mean,
Both
I'd
guys
like to
playing
see
off.
him alligator roll that, but
Pardon? Say again.
I'd like to see him alligator roll that. I mean, tackle him his lower half and alligator roll it to get
Got
him.
him. Yeah.
He's tackling too high, but
Okay.
I think most coaches, you don't want to teach your DBs to tackle that high, but hey, you get him down. Okay.
See what you're saying. Got it. Kind of pull him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not
Here is the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
It's not Aiyuk. But the ball goes to Aiyuk.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting as you watch, you can see Aiyuk, you can see some of the things that Kyle saw. And
yeah. Hell of a slant route. Nice hands, nice extension.
Bottom is he's at the
top. Aiyuk and Lenoir.
See, you got to be a little there, but he's got to know the coverage. He's got a safety over the top, right? So like, why are you biting so hard inside?
Good point. Biting really hard inside. This could have been a touchdown if they're on the goal line.
It's part of the battle when you're playing DB is knowing where your help is, know where you can give up some ground and where you can't.
Good point. Another run.
Yep. I think he's at the top again, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and this is not his fault, but
yeah, nothing for him to cover on that. Just a great play to have Brandon Aiyuk stand still, but he's a decoy.
Yeah,
Boom.
That's a really nice job by Darby, but we're not here to watch.
Yeah, good job. Nice throw by the quarterback too. All right,
on the screen. Outside leverage. Another run. Yeah. And it's hard now with corner because you can't even play the run even if you want to because there's so much RPO stuff like
right. Yeah, good point. You always have to have it be cognizant of a route, even if it's a run, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Up against Darby. Okay.
Gonna test him?
No. They go to Aiyuk, who makes the catch.
Right.
Of course. Nice coverage.
Yeah, I'd like to see him turn. Turn and run. I mean, again, that's another case of know where your help is. You got safety there, so turn and run.
Turn and run. Yeah.
I mean, it's also knowing who your opponent is. Like if you're a DB and you're watching Brandon Aiyuk, you got to kind of know what he can threaten you vertically and what's your own speed.
Certainly. Bottom. Run.
Bottom.
Flag. That's too bad.
You cut that off though. Seems pretty.
Yeah.
Screen, right? There.
Yeah.
He's just fighting the outside. He does have a little. He's built like he's compact. You can see like he.
Yeah, he's strong.
He's got some strength in him.
Yep. Run. I believe, unless he's here. I don't know.
I think top of the screen. No, it's too.
Yeah, you're right. He makes a tackle. He's high again, right?
He's high. I'd like to see him tackle a little lower. I don't know if he might have corrected that in 2020, but yeah, that's real high for a DB. I want him to go low.
Got it. You hear that, Deommodore?
Yeah, get those ankles. They'll coach him up.
Yeah, they'll coach him up. Okay, he's covering the crossing route again. Yeah, better.
Yeah, better. Like you don't want to come off that and play the QB there. Just stay on your man.
Good job.
Yep.
He got beat once, didn't get beat twice with it. Corrected his mistake. That's good. Got him. Against Aiyuk.
Yeah, on coverage.
Yep.
Inside.
Play. Okay. Don't run the ball. We're waiting for it. We'll get it. We'll get it.
It's Herm Edwards. Herm, come on.
Right. Come on, Herm. You at Deommodore. Could this be you? It's not.
I actually met Herm Edwards before. He's a nice guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He seems like he would be.
I'm a Hofstra grad, so it's back when the Jets had their facility on campus. Herm would come and get coffee in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys just gonna run out of bounds.
String that outside.
Yeah. That's the edge. Gets him out of bounds. Bottom. Aiyuk's in the slot. That one go to Aiyuk?
Yeah.
Look at this route. He's good. He's good. Boom.
They should draft that guy.
Yeah, they should really. I think he's got a bright future.
Yeah, take a look at that. Take a look at that.
Yeah, he's got a little Dante Pettis. He could be as good as Dante Pettis, maybe. All right, flag. Top.
Looks like it's man one.
Yeah.
It's
some zone. Were they disguising cover?
Yeah,
I guess.
They showed like a one, or it showed what looks like
cover one, and it turns into cover three. Something like that.
Yeah, it looks like a three. Yeah. And they rolled it. Yeah.
Okay. So he is here, and now he's.
Yeah, he's playing the flat. That's actually really good. A lot of times those corners will not stick on that receiver, or they'll let him go too early, and then they'll give up that quick pass. He did a good job sticking with it and then coming off to flat.
Yeah.
But that's Brandon's fault.
Good wide receivers in Arizona State.
They do. I think.
I can't see which one's number 6 from this angle. It's got to be down here because that's number 2 up top.
Yeah.
Okay, another run play.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, every time. That wasn't even him anyway. So I guess he's over here. It's got to be a better way to identify this dude. No, he's at the bottom. Okay.
Bottom. Are they playing?
Number works. All right, here we go.
Playing to the field, maybe. Run play.
Another run. They're scared to throw at Deommodore.
Yeah.
Scared. Oh, where is he? Okay, here's Aiyuk.
Yeah, I don't know why he's.
And I think Deommodore is over here.
Yeah.
There he goes, low.
There you go. That's what I mean. Didn't really have a choice there as far as tackle goes, but I mean, he takes a good angle.
Yeah, that was his guy.
I mean,
got lost a little early in the route.
One of the things that I kind of like about this pick, and I don't know how much you'll see it in this game, but I think know he's been tabbed at nickel, but I think you could probably play him at nickel or safety if you had to.
Yeah. Yeah. See it? That's good coverage.
Yep, trailing that. Yep.
I want to see some good reps against Aiyuk. Come on, man.
Yeah, they do
There he
get
is.
some.
There you go. Don't hand it off. Don't hand it off. God. So it was a kind of RPO anyway. He had to cover him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all this stuff. So you got to mind your P's and Q's. You can't just
He got beat. He got beat. Yeah. You see how good Aiyuk is. Is Deommodore Lenoir as good as Brandon Aiyuk? No.
Yeah. Even one thing that stood out to me, even the other receiver in this game, I wonder who this receiver coach is at Arizona State. It seems like he's doing a good job.
Yeah. They're recruiting and developing quite well. Getting guys from junior college and stuff. Guys from California. Right.
Bottom.
I think. I never got a good look.
Show me as bottom. It wasn't. That's not him. But he's on it.
Yeah. I don't think Aiyuk's on the field here. Yeah, good coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Go to the bottom of the screen.
Zone.
Yeah, it does look like zone. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's a good job. That's how you want to play that. And there you go. Go low, man. That's because a lot of times when they're playing this flat, the DBs will come up too early, and you'll give up that. You see how he plays it. You can't go for the flat now. You have to let him just throw the flat and then come for it.
Right. You don't want to give up that corner out.
Yeah. If he goes to the flat now, then
it's wide open.
You're giving up that corner, right?
Got it.
The quarterback's not going to throw it because he's there.
Got it. Okay, I think he's bottom of the screen again against Aiyuk. Zone again. It's the same play. What did I just do? No. Same concept, different results. Scramble. Okay. Interesting to see them call the same play back to back. Here we go. Bottom of the screen again. Third down. Here we go. Didn't look his way. What'd you think?
It's
he's up the inside, which you don't want to
do. He's got a better feet. I don't know what he's doing there. Like, move your feet, man. Like,
yeah, you get stuck right there. Yeah,
you could almost call offensive pass interference on him. You kind of like gave him a face mask, didn't he?
Something, yeah.
They're never gonna call that, but like.
Yeah. 4th and 1. On once again? No, but it's a run. Too bad. Okay.
He is.
We're gonna find out in a second. That might have been him right there. Let's see.
But
I don't think so. Nope. Number 2.
The
they seem to target 2 more than 6.
Yeah, they do.
Here's Lenoir. So he covers.
The only thing is I don't like he gave up body position before the receiver declared, right? So he's trying. Yeah, I mean,
I see what you're saying.
He's on it.
3rd and 10. Okay, so Lenoir is the one with the socks down.
Yeah.
Socks down. All right.
Socks down.
Socks down.
All right, he's got a baseball turn here.
Yep.
It's a good job. He's on it.
Back. He did it twice. Nice. That was good. Difficult.
He seems like he does have good movement skills.
Yeah. Boom. That was great. That was hard. That was good. I like that. Fourth and 18 or before halftime.
Right.
Not exactly sure.
Yeah, this is what sort of the coverage I would call it code. I used to call it code red, but
Code red.
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I got throws it out of the back of the end zone. Good job, dude. All right. Let's move on. All right. Bottom. Here we go. Here we go. This is great.
Another one of these. Nah, I don't know if he's got to close and get on that top shoulder. I don't know if he's looking back again.
He's just not as fast as I.
I can't tell if he's looking back at the quarterback on this one, or like he feels him. Yeah, I think I used to just give him a burst. Like he thought he had him and he was looking back, but I just so quick.
Aiyuk has a burst that Lenoir doesn't have. First round pick, fifth round pick. First round pick, fifth round pick.
He tries to get hands on him there, and then Aiyuk just
pushes him off.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
There you go.
But has he been targeted yet? Maybe once.
No, and you definitely could see it there. He's not as fast as Aiyuk.
No. Okay, here we go. Not his fault. It's man-to-man coverage, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's man. So, I don't know if
he takes this guy. So, yeah, what's supposed to happen there?
Yeah, if it looks like if that's a match, which looks like it might be a match, then he's got to come out for the backer. I don't know exactly in their scheme if he can call if that linebacker can call switch or whatever, but they screwed that up there.
Yeah.
Either that backer, if it's just straight man, there's not a match call or it's not a match at all, then that backer's got to come out and get that back. If there's some kind of call there, then they got to get that figured out. But they messed up.
Yeah. All right. There he is. Socks down. On the tight end. Crossing route.
He's got help.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Little handsy there.
Oh.
You got to play it properly. Like you got to know in that situation where that back can go and where it can't go, right? So you want to force it outside, play with proper leverage.
Don't give the cutback.
Yeah.
Deommodore.
Here. He's a 5th round pick, right? So
yeah.
You know, there's going to be issues.
Sure, of course. Even if he was a 1st round pick, there'd been issues.
Right.
I'm so glad I figured out the sock thing, man. It's changed my whole afternoon. So much easier. Boom.
Man coverage.
Like, remember that episode of The Office where Michael Scott puts a little mark on one girl so he knows he can tell her from her sister? That's what I did right here. Now I got my little mark and I know it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Boom. Socks. Here we go. It's kind of got the Mac Jones socks, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Put them socks up.
You can't do the Mac Jones thing.
You don't want you don't want to have any resemblance to Mac Jones.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to start putting on pounds like Jimmy did and Jones thing.
My wife looked at that. She's like, ew, what happened? I was like, man, that's harsh. What do you think of me? Okay, I think screen.
Kyle might have okey doke Jimmy, right? Like, oh yeah, I love Mac Jones. I love Mac Jones. Jimmy was like, started eating spaghetti and everything. Coach, I got you.
We want a little extra chunk in our quarterback room this year. We think that's going to help us stay healthy. Okay, so he's got Darby one-on-one on a run play. Okay, RPO stuff.
Yep.
Here we go. We're going against Darby again.
Motion.
They really don't test him.
Yeah, I think that on that previous one, it looks like it was probably the linebacker's fault because here's something similar, right? So the yeah. So that one wasn't him.
Yeah. Top. Rolling away from him consistently. Let's see if he's got this crossing route. Does a good job.
Yeah, close on it. Yep.
Jeez. Throws it back to who's this? Some guy. Oh, it's Brandon Aiyuk. Hey, go figure.
Yeah.
Is it Brandon Aiyuk? I don't know. Number 3? No, it's not.
No, it's
everyone looks like Brandon Aiyuk at Arizona State. My bad. Wow.
He's got help.
And he definitely had help on that one. 25, right down.
He stayed on. He's playing.
They don't even look his direction ever.
No, they do in this game. I promise you.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Top. Okay, now he does. See, I called you out. There you go. Okay, so he gave up one in front of him earlier too. He's given up, I want to say 2 catches for like 20 yards.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically that's not his fault. It's cover 3. The backers got to get under that. I mean, he did his
True. You got to get out, and you're frozen by the play fake. Yep.
Yeah.
3rd 2. Here.
I mean, the worst thing you could do at corner in that is get nosy, and then you get up vertical.
Whoever this number 2 is, man, they are wearing out. They're just going at him every time, whatever side of the field he's on. I got Devon Holland over here too, right? My guy from my high school. Is he number 8? Nice, man. Oh, here he is. Boom. Odell Dragon. I could tell he's a man of character already. Boom. Okay. Is that Aiyuk? I don't know. Maybe not. That might be his backup. But good coverage.
Yeah.
Easy. That ain't Aiyuk. He's not going to take out Aiyuk like that. No way. Okay, so that's Aiyuk. Aiyuk has the black cleats.
Black cleats, okay.
Black cleats.
And isn't he at least he was before, isn't he rocking a towel too?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. It could be, but there's also number 3. But that looked like a Brandon Aiyuk route, and he didn't get the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I saw a lot of with Aiyuk at Arizona State, like stuff like this.
Watching he definitely doesn't have the closing speed like an Avery Thomas does.
No.
I think he does have a decent feet and hips, but like the closing speed just isn't there.
Yeah. And that's why he's a 5th round pick. But so what's he going to have to do to offset that? Just be really physical at the line of scrimmage? What?
I think you can play him in the slot. I think that's one of the things. I mean, with the slot corner, you're looking for quickness, right? You're looking for cover. You got to be able to cover quick in and out breaks. Really have help over the top, and you have to be able to be physical enough to play the run. And usually height deficiency doesn't kill you in the slot either. So I think that's an ideal place. I mean, I don't think if it came down to it, I don't think revving him at safety is terrible either. I'm big on transitioning corners to safety. I think especially nowadays where I think your safety is you need him to have a lot of the corner skills nowadays. So
here we got a 1-on-1 matchup between Aiyuk and Deommodore at the bottom of the screen.
Bottom of the screen. There he is off coverage. You can see, he does have some strength there.
Yeah, he does have some strength. Aiyuk tried to run through him. Not a good throw.
No.
But
that is
nice strength.
He does, ideally, if you're a DC in this game, like you do want to play off as much as you can on Aiyuk, right? Like,
yeah.
You can't hang with him.
Yeah, okay, Okay. 15. Not Aiyuk because he's got yellow cleats. Run play. Deommodore coming in for the hit. Not really.
Yeah.
Run. Aiyuk.
Yep.
Going up against his poor cornerback. So look, they want to take their shot. They don't waste it against Deommodore. Now, he didn't get it. They really don't test him. The scouting report must have been that he's their best corner.
Yeah.
That's good coverage.
He's on that for,
Yeah.
like force him to the sideline, close it.
Good.
Yep, he knows it's vertical now.
Yeah.
Stay on it. Yep. Yeah, he's not, and at least in this game, he's not as physical as some of the film in
2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, this is 2 years ago.
Yeah. Although, or maybe he might be in 19, but not in this game.
See the boundary corner? Is that how they use him?
It might be. I mean, it's weird. Some defensive play their better corner to the boundary, and some of them play the better corner to the field.
Yeah.
The way I typically would prefer is play it to the boundary, but because most of your throws are going to go to the boundary.
Right.
But different.
He's in the boundary against Aiyuk. And it's a run. Boom.
This guy as the film has to get these filters on, like run pass.
I know. Come on, help us out, man. There's another RPO that shakes him.
Yeah.
Oof. Aiyuk's tough.
Yeah. Hey, draft that guy.
I think he's gonna. Yeah. Niners, listen to us. Here we go. That was a false start. Definitely a false start. Okay.
Another guy would be nice to take a look at, and I think the Niners should draft is that guy number 5 from North Dakota
State. I've heard really good things about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yikes.
This is Darby.
Uh-oh.
He's stumbling there because he tries to get hands on him and then he can't recover. He doesn't have the speed to just recover and run.
Yikes. Oh, I saw bad.
And a PI.
And it's PI, yeah. I mean, really, like, once he gave up the inside release, it was over. Like, it's over now. That's right. He got you, man. He got you.
We've seen that happen to Sherm a couple times, right?
Yes.
He Shermed him.
That's the same thing. And both times Sherman looks slow trying to catch up. Now, he's not looking Sherman slow, but that's – yeah, when I see this, I'm thinking Nickelback.
Right, and exactly. Actually, it's funny because if Sherm had that position, he would actually be able to play that. Right, he's taller. He's in position enough where Sherm can play that ball, but he's 5'10" and he can't play. He's draped all over the guy. That would be a PI too. So
that's no good. Yeah, interesting. They stayed away from him all game and then got him for a big play.
Yeah. And that's some of the tip. I know he's beat there too, but some of this stuff when you're looking at DBs is, when the ball's in the air, it's a different kind of thing.
Yep. What do you do?
Some DBs can play it and some DBs can't.
Right.
And you want a DB that can play the ball.
Yeah. I always go back to Chris Culliver. Hell of an athlete, couldn't play the ball. Yeah. So where are you? Here. And here's no, that's not Aiyuk. That's the running back.
The screen, man coverage, bad.
Ooh, bad angle.
He make did he get it in or
He got it? Yeah, he got it. He goes. Nice tackle. Good job, Lenoir. That's why the Niners drafted you right there. Run. Okay. Now he's playing. It looks like he's the boundary guy. Run.
If you guys actually want to watch a great football game, this is actually a really good game. If you ever look it up, want to just look it up.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good game.
Run.
Yep.
So now over here. Aiyuk. Oh, God. Oh, man, he's tough. Yeah, I'm thinking Lenoir is going to have his future in the inside. There's just too many great wide receivers in the league who are going to outclass him physically, athletically.
Yeah, if you're going to be 5'10" and play in this league, you got to be fast.
Yeah. And you got to have a real quick burst, and he doesn't really have it, but he does have certain good things. He could be a good nickel. Too bad they don't use him that way in college. We can't see it. But here he is.
Here's a run. It's on that. That's a good job.
Boom. Aiyuk. Here we go. It's just he can't cover Aiyuk. I mean, it doesn't mean he's not going to be a cornerback in the league, but it just shows you how good Aiyuk is. It's a serious test for Deommodore.
After a few times, he knows he can't cover him, so he kind of gives himself some distance, and then he just breaks it off on the cross, and he's still.
See, this is why I'm so excited to watch Aiyuk and Ambry Thomas. I think Ambry Thomas can cover him, but I'd like to see it.
When you see corners that can cover, they're right on the top shoulder of this route, right?
Yeah.
See,
Ambry Thomas is right on the top shoulder.
Right there,
zero
right
airspace.
Yep.
But you got this. I mean, he's open as hell. Yeah, that's. I mean, look at it. You can really see the space from this angle. Real open. Yeah.
I think the only thing that maybe saved him there was the ref was in quarterback.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't throw it initially.
That's good coverage against someone who's not Brandon Aiyuk.
Is that he's at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Together. Torched.
Wait, what was that? Look at him. Is he in the slot? What was that?
There. Was that 8 or was that 6?
Here we go. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's.
Yeah, there you go.
He's playing the nub, right?
Yeah. So what's the situation we got here? 24-21, 5 minutes left. All right.
Close game. I mean.
Yep. Here we go. Don't run it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
There he is.
That was better.
Yeah, he hasn't given up really the curl this game, right?
No. He can stop.
Yeah, because he can stop, and I think his hips are good enough to turn and.
Yeah. Nice. Again. Playing off, third down. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I remember this play.
Do that.
I remember this play. Oh, my God. Yo, the Niners should definitely draft number 2 on Arizona State. Ooh.
again, you got to know
Oh.
the receiver's strengths, know your weaknesses, right? You can't go. Why are you falling for that inside move when you have a safety help right there?
Yeah.
And then you're facing a vertical threat receiver. Stay outside.
So he gives the inside fake there, that little stutter go. Would you call it a little jab step here? He's there.
The whole point of it is there's no reason for you to bite on that because you have help right there. He can go inside if he wants.
Oh, jeez. And then you forget like recovering.
Yeah, and then you got to know who your guy is who you're facing, right? This is late in the game. He's beaten you with his speed before, so you got to stay on top.
Yikes!
Yeah, that's more of a mental error on this one.
Yeah,
but again, I'd like to know who this receiver coach is.
For the win, thank you very much. Look at him running like there's no way I can catch this guy. I already know it. There's like I know I can't do this. Sorry team. Sorry coach. I tried. Did they bench him? They might have benched him. I don't see his short. Did he finally pull up his socks? He's like, man, I gotta pull up my socks. No, they benched him. That's number 4.
I think he does.
Maybe he'll come back. Maybe just gave him a blow. I don't see him. Dang, that's a tough one, man. That's how you're gonna go out. You gotta come back in the game, man. You can't go out like that.
And again, it's like crunch time, right? We know this is a close game.
Oh. They benched him in crunch time. He lost the game. Wow, I didn't see that. I totally forgot that happened. Is that him here? No, that's Holland. Yikes. Oh, boy. That's right. They benched him. Man, that's harsh. Dang. Well, I think from the Niners' perspective, they're like, hey, it was Brandon Aiyuk. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? He's a good player.
Yeah. It'll be interesting in camp because I'm sure they'll be talking about that, those two. Especially if they
I don't think Deommodore is going to do a lot of talking. All right, we're 45 minutes in. Let's go through the NFC West while we got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah,
let's go through each team. Do you have their transactions in front of you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Can we do Rams first?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the Rams. Let's go through their transactions and decide if they got better or worse.
So let me just pull up. So I'm gonna go by I'm using over the cap. So I'm gonna go by percent of snaps that they played. So the Rams lost their center Austin Blythe, who played all of their snaps to the Chiefs. They lost cornerback Troy Hill that played 94% of the snaps last year. They lost safety Johnston to the Browns. Sorry, Troy Hill and John Johnson both went to the Browns. They traded for they gained Matt Stafford, signed punter from the Bills. They signed Deshaun Jackson. They lost Josh Reynolds, the Titans. He was a slot receiver that played 71% of the time.
Oof.
They lost Michael Brockers in a trade. They lost tight end Gerald Everett to the Seahawks.
Everett's on the Seahawks?
Yeah,
wow.
Everyone the Seahawks. Wow. They retained Leonard Floyd. They lost Malcolm Brown. They lost Morgan Fox, who was an underrated defensive tackle. I think he had 5 or 6 sacks last year, and he signed with the Panthers. Obviously, we know Santos signed with the Niners. Then the rest is a long snapper. They retained Darius Williams, who was their starting one of their corners. Played 80% of the snaps. They re-signed their 59-year-old left tackle Andrew Whitworth. And the rest is the rest of the roster moves don't matter. But I mean, as we go on through, that's a lot of losses right there.
The main addition is Stafford.
So my question with the Rams is Stafford.
You didn't even mention the defensive coordinator they lost.
And they did lose their defensive coordinator.
And they lost one of their highly ranking offensive coordinators, who's now the coaches, who's now the offensive coordinator in Seattle.
Is Stafford an upgrade? He can bless you. where he's going to make up for all those losses. So he's got to make up for in that trade. He's got to make up for. They lost a center. We've seen how much a center can change. Not having your center can change things. They lost
two DBs.
Two DBs, John Johnston and their corner Troy Hill. They lost 5 or 6. Actually, they lost more than I think they lost in total. And all the defensive linemen is I think they lost like 15 sacks total. Is Matthew Stafford good enough to make up for all of that? Like, if I told you this year that the Niners, let's just pretend the Niners didn't re-sign Jason Verrett, they didn't re-sign Jaquan.
Right.
Right. It didn't. And then they traded for Matt Stafford. Would you say that the Niners are better than they were last year?
No, absolutely not. When you put it that way, I mean, it's starting to look like the Niners, that the Rams got worse over the offseason.
That's what I see. I mean, the only outside chance that they might be better is, man, unless they really nailed it in the draft, or they've got some guys that on the come up that
we don't know about. Yeah,
we don't know about, but
it's fair to say the Rams got worse, and people don't realize it because they got Stafford. This is a team that may not be as good as it was last year.
I think that's from what I see. I mean, I think the Stafford is the flashy highlight move of but
it's kind of like distracting you from the fact that they lost 8 starters or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue if they traded for Rodgers. I mean, do you think? I don't know if would Rodgers be able to make up for all of that.
That's a lot. It's a lot. And forget that they lost their defensive coordinator. That's a tough one. All right, let's move on to Arizona. Let's look at Arizona. Did Arizona get better or worse? Let's look at their transactions.
So the Arizona, they acquired their Hudson, who's a center from the Raiders. He played 100% of their Raider snaps last year. They re-signed their right tackle. They lost Patrick Peterson, who played 90% of the snaps to the Vikings. They signed Malcolm Butler from the Titans. They re-signed Jordan Hicks. They signed J.J. Watt. They re-signed their left guard Justin Pugh. They lost their center Mason Cole to a trade with the Vikings. They lost Hassan Reddick. They signed A.J. Green. Drake Kirkpatrick is still out there. Larry Fitzgerald is still out there. J.R. Sweezy is still out there. They signed Brian Winters, a guard from the Cardinals. They lost Kenyon Drake. They re-signed Marcus Golden. They signed James Conner. They lost Angelo Blackson, who was interior defensive lineman. They lost Dan Arnold, who was tight end, and they re-signed Chris Banjo. So, I mean, looking from this, I think the Cardinals probably got a little better.
I would say so. They lost Reddick, but they added J.J. Watt and A.J. Green, who have missed time and are older. But I think Patrick Peterson, I don't really think of him as a loss. I haven't been impressed with him in years.
No, I think Malcolm Brown is an underrated serviceable corner. He had 4 picks last year. We know his time with the Patriots. He was
Malcolm Butler. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Butler.
Yeah.
He played over in Tennessee. I think he's a serviceable corner. The thing with the Cardinals is Watt going to be injured or not? I think if Watt plays, that's an upgrade. He's going to make up for some of the things that they lost.
But why would you expect Watt to play?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the stuff with the Niners. Like, to play 100%. Yeah.
He's like Nick Bosa in 10 years. It's like, what are our expectations here? But yeah, I think they did get better. They improved. They should be improving. They still have a very cheap quarterback. They don't need to be bleeding players. I mean, they can be stockpiling here.
Yeah, I think the running back is an upgrade.
Connor.
It sounds like they did some moves, upgrading with the offensive line. I still have questions about their tackles, but their interior might be all right.
All right.
And then we'll go with the Seahawks.
Did the Seahawks get better or worse? Let's go through their transactions.
They signed Gabe Jackson, the right guard from.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I want who's on the Raiders offensive line now. Like,
I know they gutted it. They gutted it.
They re-signed Tyler Lockett. They re-signed their left guard Ethan Pocic. KJ Wright is still out there. They lost Shaquille Griffin to the Jags. They lost Jaron Reed to the Chiefs. They signed Aldon Smith. We don't know what's going to go on there. They signed Kerry Harder from the Niners. They re-signed Puna Ford. They signed Harold Everett from the Rams. They
player.
Carlos Dunlap. They re-signed Benson Mayo. Mike Upati is still out there. They lost David Moore to the Panthers. Olsen is still out there. Re-signed Chris Carson. They lost Jacob Hollister. They lost Quentin Dunbar to the Lions. They re-signed.
Did Quentin Dunbar ever play for them?
I think sparingly. 30% played, 34% of the snaps. Re-signed Akilo Witherspoon. I'm sorry.
Akela.
Spoon. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the rest of roster moves are done. So Seahawks.
Did they trade Water?
Yeah, probably about the same. I mean, the question is, it's like if they get something out of Akilo Witherspoon and he ends up being good, then but
he's a downgrade from Shaquille Griffin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems like they did sign a bunch of pass rushers, but none of those guys are like real threats. They're just like they're a bunch of solid guys. Like you just go through the rotation, but there's nobody like, oh, we gotta make sure that guy gets blocked.
Right.
I mean, Aldon Smith was that guy. What?
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah, he was that guy, but not anymore. We don't even know if he's going to play this year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But at least they got Kerry Hyder. So to me, I don't think that this team is much different. I feel like they treaded water. Maybe they swapped out some players for other, but I mean, it's still going to come down to Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and that's it.
Yeah, so
that's the team.
Aside from the Niners, I think we've got the Rams. I think are falling.
Took a step down.
Yeah. I think Arizona got better, and Seattle's the same. I think
it's the same. Yeah.
And I think the way it's shaking out to what I look like. It doesn't look like to me. I'd be very surprised if any team really like pulls away in the NFC West. I think it's going to be really tight.
The best addition for Seattle this year, Gabe Jackson. I like that move for them. I think I always thought he was a hell of a offensive lineman, and he's going to be their offensive line coach there is Mike Solari, who was with the Niners when Harbaugh was here. He's really good. Gabe Jackson, I think, is a real nice addition for them because their offensive line is worse than the Niners, so that's good for them.
Yeah, it looks like everybody in division has addressed offensive line except for the Rams, really.
The Rams didn't really address much.
Yeah, and they're the one with the slowest or the least athletic quarterback, right?
What could go wrong?
I mean,
all right. Final topic today: did the Niners get better or worse? We don't have to necessarily go through their transactions. We know them.
Everyone knows.
Yeah. Who did they add? They added Mack and Ebicom, essentially. And Marquise Lee. Don't forget. Benny Fowler. Yeah. Wayne Gallman.
Their whole thing is, right, they're banking on that they're not going to have these injuries again, right? Isn't that essentially what they're doing?
Yeah.
I say if they're healthy, then I think they're probably good. But if they're not, and I don't foresee them having as many injuries as they did last year, but I'm pretty sure that they'll probably have a couple players that are injured. I mean, injured guys get injured. I mean, if you have enough of them on your team, just the probability says that X percent are going to be injured. I mean, they aren't they. The stats say they're like in the top 5 most injured team in the last decade.
8 years, last top 10, last 8 years. Yeah, each of the last 8 years.
and they're not gonna fix that over 1 year. It's a big roster transition. You have to draft like they did this year. When you care about injury status of players and medicals, you have to draft like that for a good 3 years, at least 2 years, 3 years.
That's right.
And then not only draft, but free agency and all of that, right? Like they paid attention to D Ford's knee.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be in the place they are with him.
Yeah. I don't think the Niners got better this offseason. I mean, I think they kind of treaded water like the Seahawks. They lost Kendrick Bourne and Akello Witherspoon. They added Samson Ebukam and Alex Mack. I think that's, 6-1, half dozen the other. Kind of, you didn't get better, you didn't get worse. Already have a very good roster when healthy. I kind of see the Niners in the same boat as the Seahawks. They changed a little bit, but they're basically the same.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But with them, I think because of their injury issues, it could go either way.
Yeah, right? Of course. Also, if Trey Lance is special, then that's a huge addition.
Yeah,
we don't know what to make of that right now.
No.
Okay, so we say Rams slightly worse, Cardinals slightly better, Niners and Seahawks basically the same. So how would you rank the rosters right now before we go?
I would go Hawks, Niners, Cards, Rams.
Rams last. Interesting.
Yeah,
that could be.
They have some really high level players, right? So
Ramsey
at his
Donald.
position, and Donald's the best at his position. But then after that, like, two players don't make it a football team,
right?
And
Cooper Kupp isn't that great.
I don't think Stafford is special.
I don't think he is either.
The quarterback. I don't think he's a special quarterback.
I don't think he's.
Yeah, so I don't think he can make up with all those losses. Now, watch, Sean McVay and all that pull out, safety out of nowhere, and he'll have, 8 picks next year. But from what it seems like, I see the Rams taking a step back, but I do think this division is going to be tough. I do think it's really tough. I think you might see a really tight division race between all those teams. But the Seahawks, I think, still have the inside track, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they have they're the one team in this division with a Hall of Fame quarterback, so that always gives them a leg up.
Yeah, especially when you have it close, when you have rosters that are that close, the quarterback is going to put you over the top, or really give you the inside track. Now, if Lance ends up being special and the Niners can load that roster and do what the Seahawks did back when Harbaugh was there with young quarterback and just load the roster, now they could have an opportunity to own the division for a couple of years.
That's 60 minutes. That's our show. That was fun to handicap the NFC West and to watch Deommodore Lenoir have his hands full with Brandon Aiyuk. Man, I'm excited to watch Brandon Aiyuk. That was my takeaway from watching Deommodore. Can't wait to watch more of Brandon Aiyuk this season.
Yeah,
He's a baller.
Look for those Grant videos from camp, right?
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to be over on Twitch in an hour if you're into that kind of thing. I created an emote if you know what that is. So come on over and check it out. I'll be there. I don't know what I'm talking about. Still trying to figure that one out. See you guys.
Later.